So I had a teaser for you, Josh, right
Oh,
before we
yes.
started, which is we have some kind of big news. It's not super great big news, but it is our 20th episode, and so all the science
Woo! Yeah.
between the science of like having people create things and
Mhm.
stick with it or build it into something of higher quality is around 20. So like that's the first threshold is 20. So say you're making, I don't know, pots. Like 20
Uh-huh.
pots should be your first goal. If you're doing a
Okay.
podcast or if you're doing a blog post, whatever. So we've done 20 live streams, so we're well on our way to that next level. I think the next benchmark is 100. So if we get to 100, that's our next milestone.
Oh, wow.
But I need.
Did you say making pots and then did you say podcast?
I might have. I do that
I
quite
was
often,
like,
and I
is
don't.
that where they, is that where they make the
It's
pots?
it's an American thing. We have podcasts here, or maybe
Okay.
I've been playing. Maybe I've been playing too much casting games. I don't know.
What's a casting game?
Oh, you just like where you can cast spells or whatever,
Oh,
Like,
okay.
so that you have your potion, and then those are
Okay.
stored in pots, and you cast them from the potion, the mana potion. I don't know. My brain mixes things up like that all the time.
Have you seen those games where like it's typically guys, but they have like these simulator rigs, like a truck simulator rig with like 5
Oh, I
screens
have totally
everywhere.
seen that, like on an
Yeah.
airplane or whatever. Yeah, yeah.
I'm imagining like a podcast simulator where it's like, I play
This
casting
is
games. I'm really into it.
this is what it would look like in the Joe Rogan experience. It simulates
Yeah,
being
yeah.
a host on it or a guest on his show.
Quick time events, all the stuff. Fantastic.
Isn't Meta working on something like that? The metaverse or whatever? I don't know. I've never used it.
See, if they had a Joe Rogan simulator in the metaverse, like that would be better. Like I would play that. I'm not a fan of the podcast, but I would play it. I would play the shit out of that. Like, holy.
Where are the lines between reality and virtual world even more?
That's right.
World building. Let's see here.
Yes.
So what we're gonna dive in. Well, let's recap what we did last week for anybody that didn't watch. So we're going on this little side. Well, I guess it could be a branch of the main quest. Maybe of the main thing. So what we're trying out now is some of the platforms and tooling around WebAssembly to get it to run. Last week we took a look at Spin. We got it to run on AKS, so Azure Kubernetes Service. I was pretty impressed with their tooling. It made it a lot easier to build and deploy. And I also liked the kind of Kubernetes native operator that they built into it. Made it. I felt comfortable and at home deploying the WebAssembly workloads to AKS from an operator's perspective. I feel very natural with the resource and stuff like that. So I'm curious how it's going to compare to WASM Cloud. So WASM Cloud is what we're going to be taking a look at today.
Yes.
And neither of us have used this tool.
No.
So I will share in the comments a link to their documentation. And so we're just going to take a look through and scroll through some of the tutorials. And I think you have an in with some of the people that work on this project. So if we
Yeah.
run into issues, we can just invite them to help us, I think.
Yes.
So awesome.
The folks at WASM Cloud, the folks at Fermion too, like all the WebAssembly folks, they're all like lovely. But I was in a call with Bailey last week. Bailey is the CTO at Cosmonic. Sorry, I was like at WASM Cloud. WASM Cloud is the thing they make, and Cosmonic is the company that makes it.
Okay.
And she was like, "Oh, sweet, you're like doing this stuff. Like, call me whenever. Like, get me on there."
That's
I'm
fantastic.
like, "Okay, we might like take you up on it."
I have been impressed too, just in a little bit that I've kind of been exposed to the people at Fermion, which are the people that built Spin or have Spin, and in the WASM Cloud. And I did join virtually the Plumbers Conference last year.
Plumber Summit, yeah.
Plumbers Summit last year, and so that was a lot of the people that are kind of the forefront of developing the technology, just very welcoming. So it was very overwhelming to be part of that conference, at least a final wall. A lot of smart people working on this stuff, but still very welcoming. I didn't feel like an outsider in any way. So that's one positive thing. That's one thing I've always enjoyed with different technologies that I've dived into. PowerShell is very much that way. Very, very supportive community around that technology. Back when I was a part of it, and so forth. So that's always good. A good feeling. Yeah, it's a good vibe check, I think.
Yeah, like I oftentimes think about like the people who work on WebAssembly. They're essentially like all of the people like in the people who like run the things. They're like all super seniors. Or it's like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, you used to work on LLVM. Oh, you defined like this or that, or you have like 40 papers published, or you're like what's above principal, like
Staff,
director level,
yeah, director. Yeah.
yeah, those kinds of people, and they're just like they're hanging out. They don't care about their credentials. Here's a CTO. There's another person. Here's everyone's
hmm
just chilling and
So
just
it's
being
just
like
like a
doing
healthy
their good
dose of
things.
imposter syndrome being around those people.
Hey, you come in like with like some real useful like stuff that like a lot of folks they're like, oh yeah, we implement things, and then like but we don't know how people run it. And you like come in and you're like, oh yeah, I've got like, I don't know, a decade or so of like, admin experience, like doing these things. And you immediately had like really good questions that I brought back. And people were like,
Oh, good, good, good. I'm
yeah,
like, I'm like, okay, this is fantastic. This interface
yeah,
take care, but what does it look like deployed? Like
yes.
where does it go? Where does it live? What does it
Mhm.
do? What does it require? Yeah,
Yeah.
those are natural questions. But I guess without further ado, we'll just kind of dive in because I'm curious to learn more about Wasm Cloud, how it compares.
Yes.
Because this is definitely more in my element. Although I've been
Mhm.
really enjoying the programming adventures that we've been on. So I'll go ahead and share my screen. Let me know.
Yes.
I try to memorize the font size and the split and stuff. So hopefully it's visible for everybody. For anybody
Mhm.
watching, if you want it bigger, smaller, just let me know in the comments. I can take care of it. But we'll just kind of walk through the tutorial over here. I don't know if we'll be deploying locally or the cloud yet. We're just going to dive into the docs. Take a look.
Can we up the font size of the docs
Yes, we
just a little
can.
bit? Yay.
Better.
I think so.
Okay. I like the Legos immediately. I've got a
Yes.
9-year-old son who is obsessed with it.
Like
Side quest.
liking the Legos in the best possible way,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't despise it. I mean, I don't enjoy stepping on them in the
Oh,
middle of the night when it's dark, but that's just the
have
price
you?
you pay. Have I? Oh yes, yeah.
Oh no. Like
Mhm.
it's almost like a meme, right? Or I
Oh yeah,
guess
the
it is
soles
a
of my
meme.
feet are definitely tougher
Okay.
since you got Legos. So. It's a frequent thing. I just
Right,
get
right,
used
right.
to it. I suppose just like walking on coals. Over time, you
Mhm.
just build a tolerance for it.
Yeah, that thing that we're all used to at this point, right?
Yep. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. I'm just going to start reading some so we have some context. So Wasm Cloud is an open source project. So it is from the Cloud Native Computing Foundation, so CNCF, that
Mhm.
enables teams to deploy polyglot applications composed of reusable WASM components and run them
Mhm.
resiliently and efficiently across any cloud Kubernetes. So you can deploy to Kubernetes, good deal, data center or edge.
What stands out to me is immediately the framing. I believe Spin has serverless platform in their name,
Yeah.
or in their not name, but like in
Yeah,
their
their
little
focus is
blurb there.
definitely that serverless deployment model or yeah, deployment model. Where this is more broader, like cloud Kubernetes, basically anywhere. I mean, if you
Yeah.
get these four, you've got all deployment targets kind of bundled in there.
They also say applications rather than specific serverless. So it's broader in target. It's broader in I guess the type of workloads. At least the way they're positioning themselves. It seems.
Okay. Interesting. So integrate. I like the integration with existing stacks because we've had a good conversation about that
Mm,
um, earlier. So
yes.
chain guard. Oh, the chain guard images, huh? I wonder how that factors in.
Mm,
They built some really cool secure container images.
nice.
That might WASM components will probably be a good target for them next.
Hmm.
What's their CEO's name? Follow on X. I can't remember, but
I don't know.
should be like, hey, look at WASM components. How do we get them more secure? Um, okay, so it can integrate with Kubernetes, AWS, Azure. So I wonder how, because with Azure you could have like a bajillion different services, messaging and more. Interesting that it goes all the way down to a service. Like you have a service of messaging, um, or it
Hmm.
just says like it will work on Azure. So those questions I'm sure will be answered in the next slide.
Yes.
All right, here we go. So it looks like we need to install Wash.
Wait, what? Like Rust is labeled as a platform? What's?
Oh, where was that at?
Oh, no. On that page,
Oh,
there's a
okay.
little right there. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, it says
well,
Wash
maybe you can
CLI.
install it with Rust,
Yeah, that makes
and
sense.
then because it's just a CLI tool, I would imagine.
I
What
see. I
Wash
see.
is, yeah, WASM Cloud Shell,
I see.
WASH for shell.
My understanding of Wash is they are. I don't know how far they're going with this, but they're moving a lot of functionality from Wash, which has existed for like a while now, and instead like trying to standardize it on for example the OCI thing. They used to have their own OCI thing, but they've moved to the spec.
Okay,
So I don't know whether Wash will like stick around, but it's kind of cool because they're like the WASM Cloud folks have driven a lot of the development of Whackage, for example, which is
okay,
the standard thing. So
interesting.
it's
Oh,
yeah.
even chocolatey. So they have an installer for basically everything.
Oh, cool.
So I have Rust, so I could probably use this.
That's probably the quickest.
Yep. We'll get that, and we'll see if we can do the help. Yeah, and just to point out, I think we got a little bit of familiarity with different tools. There's a lot of command line tools that offer different functionality to be able to work with the components, to like to either to build them or to run them or to push them up to the container registries. We saw that with
Mhm.
Whackage before. We did it manually. I started creating my own variant of just the OCI thing, and then now we've got this. So
Yeah. Sorry, I zoned out. I was like, everything you're saying sounds great, but I'm parsing it like word by word. And at the end, I was like, but what was the sentence? I'm like, I don't.
there's a lot of command line tools,
Yes, yes, yes,
which
yes, yes.
shouldn't surprise anybody.
The plan definitely, the goal definitely is for the WebAssembly ecosystem to like converge, because like people like companies, if they're like, hey, we're going to use WebAssembly, they for a large part they've had to like define their own. Now with components, the interfaces are standardized. Now with OCI, and so people are like, hey, okay, the way we create the bindings is now standard, and everyone's moving towards that, or most people are. Now we have the OCI thing standardized, and people who had their own OCI things get to like, okay, we're going to move towards that, and so the tooling gets to integrate, and hopefully, like eventually, if you're like a programmer, like a application author, you'll have your language tooling directly there that
Mhm.
can talk WebAssembly or components directly and like do whatever you need there. And then operators, as part of like, I don't know, their suite or their tooling, will have direct integration too. So a lot of it will hopefully like move into like
In the
verticals
tool
rather.
chain of the language.
Exactly.
Yep. I just I'm not logged in. I was gonna look. I had a bookmarked tweet where Go just I think they just upped their WASI support or something like that. Let me
What
see.
should have happened is the cutoff for Go support. I haven't seen the tweet. I just, from talking to Bailey last week,
Okay.
um,
When was this?
WASI 02. Yeah. So WASI 01 support landed
A
in
while
this
ago.
one. Yeah. WASI 02 support is almost done, but they just missed the cutoff for, I believe the Go releases are every 6 months.
Oh, okay.
So
So
it'll
it'll be
be,
another 6 months for
yeah.
the next preview.
Yeah. But it's looking like it should go in because they're so close right now.
Okay. So there's WASI preview 2 or
Should
1.2.
be.
Is it 2 or
What?
1.2? I forget your blog posts.
So the actual name is WASI Preview 2. And here
Okay.
you can see WASI P1,
Hmm.
and then the next one will be WASI P2.
Okay.
And we've changed the target names everywhere, including
Gotcha.
the Rust compiler to like
Okay.
mirror
So
this.
it won't be able to do the latest of WASI quite yet,
Correct.
but this is better than it was because I think it was. Um, oh no, this was actually only available in TinyGo before.
TinyGo also has WASI P2 support.
Yep. If you want to install TinyGo.
Yes, BitGo is the one that we're waiting on. But yeah.
Okay, well,
6
that's
months.
promising, next release.
Yes.
That's a big CLI tool.
Is chunky. Oh my God. Yeah, it is chunky. Holy shit. 714 dependencies. That's a fair number.
So it looks like they have their own platform type thing. If you look at their compose, it doesn't install wash. It installs, or wash. There we go, wash. But instead has this compose file that gives you a dashboard and all this fun stuff.
Oh, wow.
Which is Fermion has their spin platform like that too. So I wonder how they allow you to run on Kubernetes if you still need this, because with spin they just offload the platform to Kubernetes and then give you tooling to be able to interact with it.
My understanding is that Wasm Cloud and Spin have made a different decision in the way they integrate with the platform. And so whatever Spin does, Wasm Cloud does something different to integrate. I don't know the right words for things, and I don't know why they're different. But hopefully, as we go through this, you get to tell me. Yeah,
we'll find out. All right. So we have new project, build, dev, started developer loop to hot reload local WASM component. That's interesting. Inspect, par, create, inspect, and modify capability provider and archive files, up, down, app. Spy, that's interesting. UI, okay, so that would be to serve the WASM Cloud UI. Iterate, get, scale up. Okay, push, pull. Oh, here we go. OCI compliant registry.
Hey. Yes.
Okay, we'll get to that. All right, so we've got it installed. Let's move to the hello world.
Yes.
Wash up. Wash. I gotta keep saying wash. Worsh. The worsher. The worsher's broken. All right, here.
Oh no.
What does this do?
Like a vocal warm up. The worsher's broken in
Unique New York.
Yeah.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
Well, I like that you have these. Like, keep them coming.
It's from Anchorman. I watched it way too many times as a teenager. You pooped in the refrigerator? I'm not even mad. I'm impressed.
I'm so confused, but I love it.
Yeah, if you've not seen it, you'd be very confused. They're all
no idea.
Yeah, it's a very, very, very silly movie. But
we've got a WASM bus.
Yeah, let's see here.
And we have
served. It started. So
I believe NATS is like a network bus kind of thing. And then
network address translation.
No, I think that's a different
NAT.
Yeah. So NAT, you're describing NAT. I'm talking about NATS, which is a cloud native thing. What exactly it does, I don't know. I know it's network related, but
okay, it's running. So then do we have to use the UI? Does that?
Let's see.
Okay, so that's the local platform. Okay.
Yeah, we're not running anything, so it makes sense. It's empty.
Yep. So that So you have to start it with up. Well, let's go back to the tutorial. That'll probably tell me.
Yeah.
There's
so there, NATS.
Lattice. Yeah.
So the WASM Cloud host, which manages the execution of components and providers, a NAT server to manage communications between application components, a WADM process, which monitors a lattice and maintains the state of managed deployments.
Okay, well, what are these two things? Deployment manager.
WASM Cloud Application Deployment Manager, WADM.
Yep. Declarative applications, current state. Okay. Open application model. So similar to like a Kubernetes for Kubernetes developers. Application manifest should be very similar. Yep, that's what I thought. Moreover, you can think of WASM Cloud application deployment as roughly analogous and
Analogous.
analogous. There we go. Thank you. To Kubernetes deployment. Once you have defined, okay, in the manifest desired state. Okay, that's very similar. Oh, our Kubernetes. They have an operator as well.
Ooh. Okay.
Bookmark. So here's an overview. We've got our YAML definition. It creates all these thingamajigs. A lattice observer scaler. Okay, that's a very similar mental model to Kubernetes.
I'm glad this makes sense to you. I'm looking at like the different like lines and things, and I'm like, yep, that's a lot of lines.
A lot of boxes, a lot of lines. Nice flowchart though. I like how it stacks up right here. There's color.
Yep.
Failed.
That's great. That's a traffic light state machine. I know that one. I don't know.
Oh, is it? Oh, okay.
Oh, it actually is. Holy shit.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, just if the state. So it's like the state manager. Like, did it deploy? Is it good? Reconcile. That's the same thing. Put it back in its desired state with operators. Okay. All right, so that's cool. I don't know what it means by this lattice thing though. It's a self-performing cluster of WASM Cloud nodes. Okay, so it's a cluster. Each lattice is uniquely identified by a name, which is used to differentiate traffic from other lattices. Membership within a lattice requires a secret key for signing invocations and the ability to trust a specific set of public keys from other hosts. Okay.
I believe it just sounds like a trusted network.
Yeah.
Like a yeah.
Okay. There's a Charlie Munger quote with lattice in it. Mental model, a lattice of mental models, I think, or something like that.
Okay.
That's the end of it. That's the end of my knowledge there. I never finished this book. What was it? Poor Charlie's Almanac. It's interesting, but never finished it.
I have no idea.
He's a very famous, popular investor. Warren Buffett's partner. Okay. He actually passed away, I think, late last year. Like late 90s. So he lived a long, good life. But he always he was kind of notorious for sharing like just little wisdom quotes. But I'm not super into the investment world, so I only know a marginal amount. It was a podcast I used to listen to, The Knowledge Project. Talked about them a lot. So they have a interface type over remote procedure calls.
Yes. Okay. You can think of it, I believe WRPC is, you can kind of think of it as like an alternative to HTTP.
Okay.
But it's nothing fancy.
And then we've run into this before, the component model.
Yeah.
Module.
We should know all of these.
Yep, these are familiar terms. Getting more defined and clear every time. Oh, preview 2.
Yeah.
Look at that, up to date. Fancy. Okay, so
yes.
We'll close this one. This is the Kubernetes. Oh, and a video. Excellent.
Oh, yeah, it's Taylor Thomas.
Hi, Taylor.
I work with him sometimes.
Oh,
it's cool.
Maybe sometime I'll have the pleasure of meeting you. Let's see here.
Oh yeah, if you come to the what's it called?
Plumber Summit.
Plumber Summit. I was gonna say Summit, but yeah. He'll definitely like be around.
Awesome.
Apparently, he was like involved in something Kubernetes related. I don't know exactly why.
Oh, okay, previously.
Yeah.
Okay, so vague overview. We'll come back to it. By default, runs host and interactive. Okay, so I could run detached here, so that would be nice. But then how do you know how to spin it down? Where does it go?
My God. When you spin it down, where do the processes go?
We'll find out. All right, so we can do TinyGo. Rust. We'll do Rust for now.
Imagine like a LD preload for like a thing that if you spin it down, it plays a little sound that goes, no.
Don't kill me. Yeah. I think sound effects would be appreciated by a lot of people.
My favorite one is, and I think you can just run this, is npx Benny Hill, and then you can type any command. As long as the command is executing, it plays the Benny Hill soundtrack.
That's awesome.
A friend of mine wrote it like years ago. We were like on a boat to Oslo, and he was like, "Oh,
This would be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got to start a new project. New component, hello. So let's, well, this, I wonder if it'll create a folder probably. Do I have a projects folder?
I bet we can just use our existing Clippy one, and we might just need to add a manifest.
Okay. Let's see what it generates.
Yeah, for sure.
New component. Okay, so it did create a new directory, code r dot. Let's take a look. So we've got the source. Yeah, this looks very similar, almost identical to the WASM hello.
Yep.
Hello from Rust.
Crucially here, check it out. It's on line 5. We're actually using the WASM crate directly.
Sorry. Settings.
Oh, no, I think it was actually line 5.
It might have been because it's short font, but this is always real. There it is. Haha, there you go.
Line 6. Shoot.
We were close.
So close. Yeah.
Guess what line I'm on? Okay, what's special about this?
Oh, it's just the regular WASI crate.
Okay.
So there's like, what are we importing? Like what is this thing? There's no custom SDK. It's just
Straight WASI.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
So
this looks very close to the WASI Clippy, right? Wasn't it using the same?
So what? Yeah, we implemented WASI Clippy, I think, in terms of this, but it means that my WStud crate that wraps the WASI crate should just work with this.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because it's all just regular and standard. It's kind of fun.
So that looks the same. Let's take a look at the cargo toml.
That looks good.
The WASM. Here's what we would need. So this is the WASM equivalent of a manifest file for the
WASM cloud equivalent.
Yeah, WASM cloud equivalent to the Kubernetes manifest.
Yes.
So we have, and it looks very similar. So we've got an API version.
Mm-hmm.
Kind is an application that looks very similar. Annotations. Someone very familiar with Kubernetes wrote this. Okay.
So the components, I think, is interesting. I think we have just one here. Is that right?
It looks right.
Okay.
Well, we have the component and then we have the server.
Oh, we have two.
File build hello.wasm and the server. Oh, it has an image. Interesting.
WASM Cloud HTTP server.
Okay.
What's in that? What are you?
Let's find out. I guess we'll have to Google.
Oh.
Oh, we just probably have to go to the WASM Cloud. WASM Cloud, GitHub. And it's probably in their packages.
Yes.
Packages. Uh-oh.
Go to the project name, not the repo. So one up.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Sorry, the org is the right.
Yeah. There we go. Org.
And packages.
No project packages. And this is the server.
HTTP server, 30,000 downloads. Okay, people, holy shit! What? There's one with 9 million downloads.
What?
Hello World Rust 9. Holy, that's a lot of downloads.
Yeah.
Okay, people are using this stuff. I mean, I knew that, but I like it's one thing to like hear it, and another thing to like see like 9 million.
Maybe they have a batch job and they're just pumping their numbers. I don't know. Highly unlikely. Okay, what is this?
If you
well, this is I want to know more about
that's just a README.
Yeah.
It might even just be the README of WASM Cloud itself.
I think it is.
So if you hit a tag here, it'll expand. Unless I didn't label it, in which case.
Look at that in the last 30 days.
Okay. Oh, vmd.wasmcloud. Oh, the media type does like tells a little bit. Provider.archive.config. Interesting.
Oh, we had a hello a little bit ago.
Oh, hey.
Hello. Sorry. We're trying to get better at the comments. It was like, I think a 20-minute delay, 10-minute delay. Let's see. Okay, that's interesting.
Yes.
So with these two, so we have our hello component. We need something to run, and so it's going to, instead of building the server inside the component, this is what's hosting, maybe doing the routing and stuff.
Yeah.
Income
sounds
handler.
about right.
Okay. Where's income handler?
So incoming handler is a WASI HTTP thing.
Okay.
I think it might even be a type. So if you look in the docsrs/WASI, it tends to be the quickest.
docsrs/WASI.
Yeah. And then just type in incoming handler in the search. Or just incoming is enough. Oh, it's one word.
Oh, did it still find it? Oh, just doing
it doesn't fuzzy search perfectly.
Right here.
There you go.
Guest? What do we need? Incoming.
Yeah. So no, here just this is what's referencing here. In WASI, it looks a little different. So if you look at the actual like width definition, it will look a little different. But here we see this is a like a module, or what's the right terminology? An interface, I think.
That's what it says here. Interfaces.
Yeah, and it says like this is the one that I expect, and here, and it may support like more different ones.
Okay.
Because maybe like previously it supported like other stuff.
Properties 8080. It's local host.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm curious how these work together. Because this is our hello world.
It sounds like if you think of like a traditional, so here's the mental model I'm applying. I don't know if this is right.
Okay.
But if you think of a handler function as like, a single request that's handled, then, like just a function, right? Then the HTTP server is probably also a WebAssembly thing, but it represents the broader, or may not be, but like it represents the broader server with the middleware and the logging and the, permissions capabilities, whatever's like built into there. It represents that part. And so it says, okay, we're going to compose these things where this thing will call the handler function multiple times, like many times, but you can replace it with your own if you'd like. So yeah. In Node.js, Express.js or something like would represent the thing here, and then your individual handler function would be just that other thing.
Okay. I wonder what this will look like. It'll probably be the same for the Go. Yeah, the WASI stuff would all be the same. Okay, let's go back to the docs.
And what's really cool is you can like write the server in like, I don't know, Rust or C or C++ or Go. And then the handler can be like any other language because it's like polyglot. So you can just write your little handler in like Python or something.
Interesting. Okay, so if I think of Go, all the other services, basically all the logic for a particular route would be in a component. And then the rest of it would be handled by the server. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So
you already have that? Oh, you said have WASM 32, WASI P1.
Do we need to change
But you already have it. It's fine.
Okay. Oh, add. Got it.
Yep.
CD into hello. Oh, I'm already there. Yes.
Hey.
We're ahead of the curve here.
Wash
Component build inside. No,
oh, you missed a step. Wash build. And I believe this will be replaced by cargo component build really soon.
Okay. It's probably a wrapper for that, or it's doing the same thing.
I think so, unless it does like wash specific things with like WADM and stuff. But I don't think it does. It should.
Okay, I wonder. It can inside encouraging good behavior. All right. CD. We're already in hello.
Wait, the path is funny. Like, where can you ls just your local repo? It put it inside of build, not target.
Okay.
Interesting. HTTP hello _world_s.wasm, but then also without the _s.wasm. Do you see both? Yeah.
Huh. Well, I wonder what it'll go. Yeah. Well, if it's going to go ahead.
Is there any mention of _s anywhere in the wadam.yaml file?
This one here?
Yeah.
_s.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the image.
Oh, interesting.
I wonder why. Is it reading this to figure out what the name should be?
I don't know.
Or is... Oh, don't do that.
I assume it's correct. But why? It doesn't tell us, which is fine.
What's this do? There's no mention of S here.
Maybe it's modifying it to like make it look more like it expects it to or something.
I don't know. Oh, we'll continue on and see what happens. So if we deploy...
Is there a difference in binary size? Actually, one more, sorry.
Sure. Yeah, what do you want to look at?
Binary size, ls LAH is the one I like to use.
LS
LAH.
L. Is it a dash?
Yeah.
Sorry, go one more time.
LAH. And then in the for the build.
For build, okay.
Yeah. Oh, 1 kilobyte difference. Okay. They're distinct. Now we know that. Fascinating.
Deploy. Invalid.
Oh, what?
I'm in the wrong directory.
Oh. No responders. Oh, is the thing still running?
I don't know. I think we'll probably have to do that. So let's do... Was it up? I think it was up.
Mm-hmm. You still don't have Atuin, do you?
No, I don't. No. September should hopefully slow down and I can get to my backlog of tinkering.
Okay.
Do I need... No, I don't need the dashboard because it's now running.
Mm-hmm.
So now we can probably deploy the app. No? There was the up command right here. Already running. So it is running.
Is pgrep a thing?
And we did the new component. We added the target. We built it. We're in the hello. Is there another hello that we need to be in? No. That's a lot of stuff.
Did we modify the file at all?
No.
We didn't, right?
Nope. I didn't save anything.
Okay. So it's not up.
And that file is here, the wadam YAML.
Mm-hmm.
No responders.
No. I love the colon there. No responders. To clarify, no responders.
No responders.
Yeah. Is there there? I saw a thing about log files somewhere. Like log being written somewhere. No, in the terminal. When you did a up command, it said like writing logs to here. Yeah, there.
Oh, I need to cat that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I watched it. Ugh.
Okay.
There's a WebAssembly log.
I do like the washboard. I don't know what it is, but love it.
Gosh. That makes it even hard not to say wash. Let's look at the WADM.
Okay, did we skip any steps anywhere?
Maybe we did with all of our site questing.
Look and deploy.
Creating API. Nothing terrible there. So let's go back.
If we do a wash app list, it says nothing, right?
Oh,
no responders. Oh, it just doesn't know where it is.
Let's look. Let's see here. So we definitely did the up command. Already running.
And if we ping that URL, it shows us something? Like, does that respond? Oh, no HTTP, I think, for ping.
Okay.
It's TCP.
Did I do it right? 4222. Yeah.
Oh, I meant just like open in the browser, actually.
Oh.
Okay, so there's no. If you do pgrep WASM cloud.
pgrep?
Yeah, you know pgrep?
No, I've never used it.
It's a process grep.
Okay.
So you can fuzzy filter by like name. So if you're like, I should be running WASM cloud. Let's see if there's a process with WASM cloud in the name.
So there's this thing with WASM. Yep.
Yep, there we go. That should be it. There's something named WASM cloud running, which is what we expect.
Right. Okay, we did the component. I'm 99% sure I didn't save any changes to anything.
Okay.
Declarative manifest. Oh, we did that. Already had that installed. But did we build it?
Wash build. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we built it. Do it again just for fun.
There we go. Oh, _s might be signed.
Ah, good call out.
Yeah.
And signed.
And signed.
Okay.
Which is kind of sick because we've been talking about like how do you sign this stuff.
I wonder how they're doing that and what they're using.
Yeah.
Another side quest. So it says to cd hello again, but I'm assuming that's just to make sure that you're back in this project folder. I don't think there's another
project directory. If you haven't already. Yeah, they say if you haven't already.
Yeah.
Which we have.
And it's, no responders.
Let's see what the deploy options are, whether we need to give it a port.
Well, let's do deploy.
Wash app status.
Here's deploy.
Okay.
Name of application to deploy. Version. Are there examples?
Control port, CDL port.
P. Defaults to that.
4222. And that's the one that we should have, right?
When
we did up, it set that port.
Yeah. I think that's what it said in here.
I'm confused that this does anything.
Yeah, I wonder if, because I can do the UI, and then it was able to get to this, so it's running something.
Okay. And it's got the little green light in the top right corner, which I assume means, hey, this thing's running.
Yeah.
4223. That's not 4222.
True.
It might just be because that's a WebSocket server. It might also be that's lying to us. Okay, it says one host, and that's the host over there. Can we expand that? There's a little drop down on the right. Yeah. Uptime 26 minutes.
Yep.
Okay.
Host ID. So it's definitely running.
Mm-hmm.
Appless curl localhost 8080.
How does it know what to deploy to?
It's defined in here. Like everything is in here.
And does that say localhost 4222? It says localhost
server
8080.
Yep.
But that should be the config for the actual server,
Oh, I
right?
think that might be in the. Did I not? Yeah, how does it know what it's targeting?
Oh, wasn't there like if you do the help again for the thing, doesn't it say like default thing is like not just port, but also the default there's a host, default port. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So defaults to localhost.
Yep. Okay, can we ping it? Oh, maybe it does nothing since ping is just like an IP, not a port. I think, if I'm remembering. I don't know.
LocalNet. And I found this local WADM YAML.
Okay.
Looks the same though.
Uh-huh.
Let's just like Google the error that we get. Maybe other people have gotten it.
That's a good question. We're almost at time too.
We got 1 minute, 3 minutes. We got 3 minutes. WASM Cloud.
No responders. Can't deploy application or retrieve applications.
Looks like the WASM Cloud where. Looks like this one.
2204.
What was the fix? There isn't a NAT server running anywhere. So it's acting like this command didn't run too.
Can we spin it down and spin it back up?
Yeah.
Turning it off and on again.
Okay. Yeah. See. NAT server stopped successfully.
Okay. Starting NAT, starting WADM.
Oh, look. But now it's locked onto that process.
Hey. Okay, that's good. Let's keep that open.
Okay. Interesting. So maybe one of the processes for the NAT server stopped.
Yeah.
I'm assuming because I did stop it and start it again. And so I might have just found. Yeah. Anyway, let's deploy. We've got 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
No, I don't.
Hey.
Yes.
Okay.
Look at us. It's nothing with the docs. It was the problem with the PEPCAC. Isn't that the acronym?
I don't know.
A problem exists between user and keyboard. It's a very common like help desk phrase.
I see.
Where my beginnings began.
Okay.
Here, and then we should be able to curl.
Localhost
8080. I haven't done my monkey type this morning, so my hands aren't warmed up.
From Rust.
Okay. So it was able to run. This is how it works. Curious.
Assuming that wash has been written in Rust and async Rust specifically, resources not tearing down correctly is a known limitation. That's very hard to fix. So I just diagnosing completely on vibes.
It's a good check. Oh, here we got our app.
Oh, sweet.
Cool. Server provider. Interesting.
Okay, we have an actual app running.
Okay, I think yeah. Log files. All right. Yeah.
I bet if we run Hello Clippy tomorrow, it'll do the thing.
Okay. Well, tomorrow's exercise, and yes. I'm ahead of the game. So episode 21 is scheduled on YouTube. So if you want to go and set a reminder for that, you can. ahead of the game.
Wow.
Didn't do it
Yes.
20 minutes before. A full 24 hours. I pat myself on the back for that.
Yes. Reminder on the AKS community channel, right?
Yes. Yep. The AKS
Great.
community channel. That's where we stream these.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, tomorrow we will take the component that we wrote and we'll basically create. I wonder how we can generate maybe the command line, the wash command, the wash command can generate that stuff for us.
That's it.
Cool. That's fun.
Yeah.
And then we should also, to do an apples to apples, we should look at their Kubernetes operator and get it deployed to AKS cluster
I'd like that
as well. So that's what's next on the docket. Yeah. Okay. That's a good stop. We got to run to our team meeting, but
yes.
Thanks everybody for joining and watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you.